Hello everyone, today in this video we will fight against the unmasked character of our world around us, and today we will discuss the case of so-called preppers. Preppers stands for people who claim that they are prepared. And one could ask, prepared for what? Yeah, they claim that they are prepared for the disaster when civilization collapse, when nothing will work and we will have to go to the forest or uh, to savannah or somewhere else and survive. And they claim that they are very well prepared to survive without civilization. On the internet we can find in many languages many people giving advices how to be prepared, or even claiming that they are very well prepared, they are growing their own food, they don't need civilization and so on. But somehow, very often if one digs for more information about them, one sees that in most cases they live in the cities, work in the normal work, having the normal job, in most cases in the office or as teacher, and they claim that they can survive when everything collapses around. If it's true, good for them, but my opinion is like this. It's good to know some skills about survival. It's good to be prepared to survive a week or two without basic supplies we have every day, like basic food or water. Water is the most important, and basic medicines. It's good to be prepared, but preparing yourself for longer than 2, maximum 3 weeks of collapse of supplies and I would say the system that delivers all of the goods we use every day to us, it's pointless, because if you live in big city you don't have even place to store enough material and supplies to survive for longer than actually 2 weeks max. When you live in the suburbs areas, in the house of villa type and something like this, then, and you have small garden, then your situation is a little bit better, but still you will not survive for much longer than a month. And I'm repeating, I'm not against spreading knowledge about survival, about taking care of wounded people, about know about knowledge on food preservation and so on and so on, or how to make use of the herbs and plants growing around us, how to clean the water when we are outside and we need something to drink. Yes, this knowledge is very useful and very good. Also, taking care of our physical ability, our physical capacity and our skills, physical exercises are very important. I'm not denying this, I'm even encouraging to do so. But I'm really realistic that all of these preppers who are claiming, especially the ones in the cities, especially in the big cities, I would say in particular, the ones who are claiming that they will survive and so on and so on, and they are really making these videos or writing these articles telling to people that soon, in few days, in 1 month, in 1 week, we will have to all survive, we will die, the ones who are not prepared, they are really making mess in people's brain, and they are really not doing good job, because in most cases they themselves are not prepared for the total systemic breakdown, and I'm more than sure of it. And now we should also try to think what's the source of the popularity of such movements, especially in the internet. In my opinion, one of the first source is the a little bit more crisis situation than it was in the previous years. We see conflict here, conflict there on a local scale, some proxy wars and some economical crisis. A few years ago we had all of this madhouse, with exception of few places in the world, with our small Chinese friend, our microbe friend, and we know how governments and corporations were working hand by hand to squeeze the money from budget as much as possible, and our all institutions which were supposed to protect our rights, all of these, officials who are paid to protect the rights of the consumers and so on, failed completely. We know why they failed completely, so there is no trust in the institutions. This is one of the reasons. Another reason is the fact that nowadays majority of people live far from the nature, live far from the outside world, because they live in big cities. So they are bored with everyday life, and they are missing the nature, and they are missing the adventure. That's why being a sort of person who is, in quotation, prepared for disaster gives them some level of satisfaction, some feeling of safety, and also feeling of being better prepared than others, not being the same like all other people around, these millions who surround them in big cities, these boring millions. They are someone more, someone better, someone more aware, which is fine, but we shouldn't, let's say, when we are in such group that it's more aware of this, what's happening, and we try to be at least prepared and have some prepared for basics for these 2-3 weeks when problems happen, and we would like to have some knowledge how to deal with ourselves when we will be left somewhere alone, and we have to survive few more days before help comes. This is fine, having such knowledge, but this, what I really condemn, is a sort of competition between such people, that some people say, I'm better prepared than you, how long are you able to survive outside? You will not survive in 3 days, I will survive a few months, few years, blah 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 blah. Such argument. Or what are you doing to fight against the system? My fight is better than your fight. You are working here, so you are the dog of the system, I'm not. These are the things that do not help. They only create bad atmosphere and block further actions. That is why I'm really realistic and skeptic for these extreme preppers, because people who prepare themselves for systemic breakdown, because they are mainly only talking. And I told you in the beginning of this video what one can be really prepared for, and this we should take care of, but not obsessively, and we should spread the practical knowledge about the survival in the world around us without the supplies we can get. And we shouldn't argue who is better, who is worse. And of course, we also should be aware that if something really bad happens, these so-called toughest preppers will escape or die first. And I will tell you something like this at the end. I hope they and we will not have to, during our lifetime, use our skills we think we have to survive without civilization and technology we are used to. Let's hope we will not have to face this situation and really test our skills and test how well prepared for the systemic breakdown we are. All the best. Have a nice day. Bye.